or he gonna let me rub my hand through his ass. One of the two. Either he gonna let me rub my hand in his ass, or I'm pressing charges. So here they come right now. I hope. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Not too good. I got pulled over by y'all, Officer Young. I think that's who. Yeah, and another officer for tinted windows.
Okay.
Now he say he smelled marijuana after he told me get out the car. He tell me get out the car. I'm like, dang, for tinted windows. He said, yeah, if I tell you get out the car, I'm detaining you. I'm like, why are you detaining me? He said he detaining me for tinted windows. I say, ain't that a ticket? Grab me my ticket and let me go. So he said, no, I'm detaining you, so step out the car. If you don't step out the car, I'm arresting you for obstructing the justice and something else. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just step out the car. So he like, well, I smell weed. All right. The passenger said he had a little bag of weed on him. He got a little gram bag of weed or whatever. Officer Young take me to the back of the car. Now, I don't mind the search, but he take his hand and rub his hand up the crack of my ass. That's sexual assault. By taking your hand and rubbing it up the crack of somebody's ass. If I rub my hand up his ass, I'm going to jail. I'm going to get a sexual assault. That's a sexual assault case. It's raining. It started off with a window tint ticket. It's 5 different squad cars, gang unit cars out here. He got me standing in the rain for over 30 minutes, freezing cold. He thinking it's funny. And then he tell me, every time I pull you over, if you don't get out the car, I'm taking you to jail for obstructing. So I tell him, you can't pull I like for traffic, even small traffic infractions. Yeah. So basically, you already planning in the future that you gonna pull me over and have me get out the car no matter what. That ain't right. I'm scared of Young. I don't know what he gonna do. He brought up a case that he put on me 3 years ago that I beat in trial that he testified to. Like, you got something against me, and I don't like that. There's no reason he should have brought that case up. Then he lied and talking about, oh, remember I caught you with a gun and drugs? No, you didn't catch me with a gun and drugs. Now you leading on because you think I'm on Facebook Live and I got views. Now you giving false information up. But no, I just was recording you. That's all on the regular recording. Yeah, I'm exposing because he said other shit too. He bogus. He wrong. He talking about shit from 3 years ago. You pulling me over for tinted windows. I work. I drive trucks. I ain't got no reason. Then you put your hand and rub it up my ass and tell me that's what guys hide drugs. I don't sell drugs. You pulled me over for a tinted window. So yeah, I want to press charges for sexual harassment. Is it anything that I could file against him or anything? I'm scared of him. I don't know what he's capable of doing. I already feel violated. And it ain't no next time. Ain't gonna be no next time. He not pulling me over and taking me out the car and rubbing his hand up my ass no more. Plain and simple. I'm 40 years old, and they gonna have to. It's gonna be an incident. Plain and simple. I ain't going like that. But tinted windows, I could see if it was a felony investigation or something like that going on, or I done did something wrong, and I know the type of searches. That wasn't a tinted window search. You wouldn't, like I told him, if this was somebody else, you wouldn't even have them get out the car for the tinted window or none of that. I don't give a damn about no weed. Weed is legal. I know I don't got a bunch of weed. It's a small gram of weed. You can have that shit. Okay. So, man, that's all. I just want to make a complaint, file a complaint against Young, and see about pressing charges for sexual assault.
That's everything?
That's everything. Yeah, until I go look at the videos and see what else he said wrong.
Okay. Well, I already watched the video. So when an officer stops someone on a traffic stop, if an officer has probable cause to stop you, whether it's for tinted windows or for failure signal, no plate light, whatever it may be, you might think it's a cheesy stop or whatever it is, but it's still probable cause to stop and detain you. And when you're legally detained, as Officer Young told you in the video, because I watched the video, The Supreme Court has ruled that if an officer has you legally detained with probable cause for a stop, and tinted windows is probable cause for a stop, then they have a right to order you in and out of the vehicle. And that can do that for many different reasons. Whether it's a safety factor for people who move around the car, that could be a valid reason.
But my thing is
the safety of on the street, busy street, or whatever it is, or if they smell weed in the car, whatever it is, they have the right and the authority to order you out of the car. So in your best interest, I'm talking about in future reference, your best interest, because they do have a right to do that.
But my thing, so my lawyer is telling me wrong. Then my lawyer tell me when the police pull me over, I don't have to, for a traffic infraction, I don't have to get out the car and do a traffic infraction. Shouldn't take no more than 20 minutes.
Okay. You're not hearing me though. So when Officer Young asked you if you had any weed in the car.
No, Officer Young told me I was detained before anything.
I know that. I heard that.
Yeah.
He said you were detained and the stop was
right.
for tinted windows, right?
Right.
There's then and ask you to get out of the car. You have to comply. When they search you, that's not a search for tinted windows at this point. It's a search for the illegal drugs. Does that make sense? So if you're patting someone down for drugs because you smelled weed in the car, that means they can search your pockets, they can search your whole person. Okay?
They can, but they're not doctors. They can't rub their hand
doctors.
up your ass. If they think it's something in your ass, they need to take you to a hospital and let a doctor look at it.
As you've been explained before, a search for weapons and drugs, this known a concealed hiding spot is in people's underwear and their groins and in their buttocks. So if they manipulate the outside of your clothing to check for that, that is not a sexual assault. That's a thorough search. As long as they're not going in your underwear, whatever, that's legal. They manipulate your clothing and your clothing around your underwear and your buttocks through your pants. That's not illegal.
Man, that's
hand?
The hand coming up in your ass.
If you want to tell me what happened today, I'm glad to hear about that and take a complaint if there's merit for it.
I mean, yeah, I still want to write a complaint. I don't know what you call merit, but I think it's merit. I think it should still be documented.
I just explained to you.
Right, but I think he should still be documented.
Cause for the stop. They had probable cause. They smelled marijuana in the car, so they asked you to step out of the car. Whether it's for 10 or for drugs, they have a right to do that, and they have a right to search your person for the cannabis, narcotics they smelled. And doing a bladed hand up the butt through your buttocks is not illegal. That is not a sexual assault.
So can I do that to somebody?
Can you do it to somebody?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have advised it. No,
because it's a sexual assault.
You have no right to search someone. You have no authority. Okay. Provided by the Constitution or the Supreme Court to search anyone. Do you?
Oh, okay.
You do not. Police officers do. So yes, it would be a sexual assault. If you penetrated somebody even slightly through their clothing, you would be charged with sexual assault. You're correct. Because you're not afforded that authority to do that.
Man, I still want to write a complaint on him for harassment, though. You don't think it's enough merit for it?
Harassment?
Yeah. You don't think it's enough merit for it?
No.
Nah. Him bringing up old stuff. He already said he gonna pull me over in the future and snatch me out the car. He already said that, though.
I told you I agree that if a officer is bringing up other cases, that's not. If you want to sit there and talk to him and have a discussion about old cases or whatever, yeah, I agree that he shouldn't be bringing that stuff up. It's not necessary.
So, it's not
a legal thing where it's harassment.
It's fine, but if I'm thinking I got how he talked to me. You know what I'm saying? Like what he was saying. And if y'all seen his camera, like y'all said, y'all seen his camera, then you heard the things that he was saying. And I even called him up lying on there. I don't feel safe with this dude. He already said, and he plans to pull me over in the future.
He said that if you ever stop you in the future and he orders you out of the car, you need to comply. Otherwise, you'll be arrested.
Okay. So
you don't hear that. He explained it to you.
So I can't file a complaint against him.
And you even agreed. And you saw him try to stop you too. You agreed that you're calling him on what he was doing, if it was appropriate or not.
I told him, I got my camera on just in case you violate my constitutional rights and all that.
That's why you want to watch the video too.
So y'all saying that I can't. That's fine, but you said I can't file a complaint against him, right?
There's no merit for a complaint. And they didn't violate the state law. They didn't violate any state law or any.
I just want to know. I mean, I hear what you. I'm just want to know. Just saying, I can't file a complaint. I can't file one against him.
Not a formal complaint.
I can't file one today against him. Okay.
I'm going to document what happens in an internal system that we use through our Office of Professional Standards. It's called a Blue Team. and it's a miscellaneous complaint that you're going to file against them, and I'm going to document everything that happened.
Right. And I mean, what that's going to do? It's just going to be documented, but I can't file. All right.
Because there's no merit. I'm gonna put in there your allegations, what you think is a complaint, and I'm gonna explain to me that he alleged these allegations, but they had no merit to them because everything they did was legal. And then I'm gonna document that and send it to our Office of Professional Standards. It'll be on record. So if you have an attorney that says, "Hey, this is harassment by the Aurora Police Department," they're gonna have record of this going on today.
Well, I don't know. No, I mean, it makes sense what you're saying, but I just feel safe with a complaint against him and a copy where I got a picture of it, taking a picture of it. But where it's record that I got a picture of it.
I mean, I can't provide that for you.
Okay. All right.
If there was you,
but like I told y'all, man, I'm scared of young. So
if you allege something that and there was merit to it, and there was a violation of policy or state law,
I believe it is.
I would take a complaint. I would have you sign an affidavit to that, and it would be a formal complaint filed.
I'm gonna just show my lawyer and let my lawyer review all the videos that I got to, and see if she say something, if he violated my rights. Like I said, I'm scared of the guy. He bringing up old stuff. This ain't the first time he done pulled on me before and just pulled up to say something. I'm 40 years old. You're not finna be rubbing your hand in my ass. The next time we are gonna have a problem, he's not gonna rub his hand up the crack of my ass. Plain and simple.
I'm telling you right now, if they smell weed in the car, and there's drugs found in the car,
and if it's drugs found in the car, and if it ain't no drugs found in the car or none of that stuff, like I'm just letting you know.
Just be the car. You agree that a car can smell like weed, and there might not be any weed.
I mean, he can search. I don't mind. I said that you can search the car. If I got weed, I'm gonna tell you I got weed on me.
Understand what I'm saying, though?
I see what you're saying.
I wouldn't smoke the joint in the car and it smelled like weed.
But I'm not gonna put no sticky ass weed.
There's no weed in the car, and the cop stops me and they smell weed. They're not gonna find any weed in the car.
I don't have a problem with a search officer. If I got weed on me, I know if the weed is legal. I'm not gonna have nothing on me that's illegal. Okay. So if I got the weed on me and I got weed and it smell like, yeah, I got this little bag of weed. I got this bag. You not gonna rub your hand in the crack of my ass doing that shit. I'm not going for that. I don't got shit to hide. I ain't doing shit. I work. If the car smell like weed, 9 times out of 10, yeah, I probably done smoked a while ago. Okay. But shit, if it's a bag of weed, I'm gonna give it to you. It's not a felony. It's not nothing.
I get that. But then you know how many other people out there that have weed?
Y'all SOG. Y'all know exactly who y'all looking for. Y'all know exactly who y'all chasing around. Come on, man. Be real. He know my name. He knows shit from back in the day. He's looking at an old me. And that's why he going by that. Y'all know who y'all look for.
Tell me that everybody we stop out there that's got weed on them, they're going to give it up like you.
They might not, but they might. I mean, they see if they see that a small amount. I'm pretty sure they're not going to hand you a pound. You're going to have to find that. But a small amount, yeah, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, I've seen it many times where people like you, they're up front and they say, "Yeah, I've got some. Here it is, big deal." But there's a lot of other people that aren't like that, and they don't give it up.
Well, like I said, man, I'm worried about that Officer Young. This ain't the first time he done drove on me before talking about stuff. I don't know what he got against me, but I don't feel safe with him. So anytime he pulled me over and I see, I'm not getting out the car until somebody else comes. So they're going to have another officer with him.
He did have another officer.
I'm talking about not his partner, another officer pull up, not just his partner. I'm just saying I don't feel safe with him.
Okay.
So I'm just letting y'all know all that. That's all. I ain't starting no trouble. I don't want no trouble. I'm going to go to my lawyer. I'm going to let my lawyer review the tapes and see what she say and let her go on with how she want to proceed.
If Officer Young stops you again and you don't want to get out of the car, then you need to say, I want a sergeant here on the stop or get another officer here and tell Young, at least afford me the opportunity to sit in the car until you get a different officer here. So
I will.
Because I don't feel safe.
I will. All right. I'm going to ask for you. What's your name?
Sergeant Tate.
I'm going to ask if you in.
But I may not be here, though. So
you may not, but I know it's some type of shift supervisor.
We have videos in the cars. We have audio. So
yeah, but
everything you do. You at least be reasonable and say, hey, I don't feel safe with him, so at least get me another sergeant or another officer out here before I get out of the car. I'll come out of the car. I just want somebody else here before I do it.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Just don't flat out and refuse. Say I'm not getting out of the car. Because again, you're gonna get in trouble that way.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go talk to my lawyer, man. All right. And all right.